No, just Mike. NoStressMike.com. And there's Rex. And we are in Mississippi. And let's see. This is March 6th, 2021. And I'm kind of shocked. I've had people mention that they have property and they're going to give it to their kids. And what they're going to do is cut the wood. As you see, you notice there's a lot of trees. And they cut the wood. And I thought it was, and then, it takes about 30 years for the trees to grow, and so they can cut it and then they make money. And I thought that was kind of odd because it's kind of like when you put property in a trust, and they can't use the property, they can't sell the property, they can't do nothing with the property, maybe live on it. And but the thing that's odd is they can't develop it, they can't do anything with the property, and that's the stuff that I think is kind of odd. I thought it was, I've known people that their folks gave them property, and they've got thousands of acres, and they're not farmers. So they end up leasing it to farmers and let them do something with the property, but they can't go anywhere. You've noticed I've gone, I've left the country, I've gone places, I've gone to different states in my life, working on opportunities. Because one thing that I've learned, opportunity is seldom just right down the street. It's somewhere else. And I think it's kind of strange when they have that attitude, like you're doing your kids a favor. Why aren't you raising your kids to be a little smart and do something with this land? I find that odd. Like in my particular case, I don't have nothing. Let's say I've been homeless since 03, and now I say I've got an RV, so now I got a home, and this is one of the things I'm looking for on this trip is where am I going to park this home? And now what I do have is gold and silver, and but I've raised my kids so they're good with money. They can handle money. Now with the gold and silver, I don't know what they're going to do with it, and I don't really care. But it's something that they have. I can use it, and we'll see when I'm dead and gone. We'll see how much is left, and they can use however they're going to use it. But that was one of the things that I thought was kind of odd. That's what's making the problem that we have now. In these younger generation, they've been given everything, and they think that they're supposed to be given more. My kids are going to be happy when they get the gold and silver, but it's not like they're waiting for the gold and silver. they've done something with their lives, and they've looked for opportunities. They've traveled. They've done things, and they think. And this is what's concerning me. I wonder how many people, parents, are trying to control, I guess, their children by, well, I'm going to give you this land, and I'm going to give you this property, and I'm going to give you this stuff, and so what motivations do these kids have on trying to learn? Now, I remember that what it used to be, they had a saying that, the grandparents make something, they give it to the children, and then the children give it to the grandchildren, and the grandchildren, drink it, gamble it, lose it. Maybe that's the idea of the trust is, well, now they can't lose it. Well, I'm trying to think, when I'm dead and gone, and my grandchildren, do I have a responsibility to make sure my grandchildren make money? They can be stupid. I gotta give them something so then they can have money. I don't know about that. I've had fun making money. I have fun spending money. I've enjoyed life by doing things, and I've learned what stress is. Those calls when I'm not making money and I got bills, and those were terrible days. But I learned from that stuff. All these bad things that have happened to me, I've learned from them, and I've had a better life because of that. And I don't know. It makes me wonder, how this happens. Now, see here. You see the trees are down. I don't know if they cut them down or left over from the hurricane, or I don't know what the story is on that. But they got a lot of patches like that. That are where the trees are down, and but one thing I've learned in my life, there hasn't been all these guarantees of success. Like I say, I've had oil wells, so I've made lots of money, and then I've had it just swept out from underneath me. So there's all kinds of things out there that make me wonder what's going on. I know it was one of the funny things. I was with law enforcement back in Alabama, and I said, "Man, are you ready to ticket me for not having my seatbelt?" And one thing he says, you got to remember, each policeman or law enforcement that you are engaged in is completely different. Their mindsets are different. What they're going to enforce is different. And because for this particular person, he says, don't tell me you have a gun. I don't care if you have a gun. So, don't volunteer information. And, I thought, well, that's pretty interesting, and, but it was funny on the seatbelt, and he was talking about all the dead people that he's pulled out of cars that weren't wearing a seatbelt. And so then, he thought it was odd that I don't wear a seatbelt. And then so I explained to him, I've seen more people getting killed, shot, or throat cut, all kinds of weird things while they're sitting in their car. And yes, he's a policeman. He goes to accidents and stuff, so he's seen a lot in accidents. I've seen a lot of people just plain murder. And so, according to my experience, the seatbelt doesn't save lives. According to his experience, the seatbelt saves lives. And so we thought it was really funny that our experiences really dictate the way we think, and what we go along with, what we don't go along with. And it's funny because morals, and like I say, I do everything morals. What's morally right? I mean, that's a big thing in my life. And for him, it is a big thing, but he's got all kinds of rules that he's got to go by. And they're not necessarily moral, so that's why he's got a challenge as a lawman to what's right, what do you do? And that's why they got all these instructions for him. And what's bad is now the body cam. So, you can't use your own discretion. You can't. So that it makes it tough. And I can understand. But anyway, I just wanted to let you know what's going on. And you see that Volkswagen bus thing's been passing me, and then I pass him. And I don't know what the story is on that guy. I mean, he'll drive 45, 50 miles an hour, and next thing I know, he's passing me. So, all kinds of weird stuff going on the highways. This is Mike, NoStressMike.com. Rex.